Spiel, nämlich Star Trek Online. Ja, wie ihr seht, bin ich gerade auf der Brücke eines Schiffes. Ich habe leider schon zu schnell den Charakter erstellt, bevor ich den Stream angefangen habe. Das tut mir wirklich leid. Das wollte ich eigentlich nicht. Wir sind jetzt hier in einem Nebula 321, glaube ich, wenn ich das richtig im Kopf habe, auf einer Rettungsmission, und wir müssen jetzt mit Captain Garrett reden. Das ist unser Vorgesetzter auf diesem Schiff, damit wir hier weitermachen können und sehen mal, was er zu sagen hat.
I need to get boots on the ground, find out what's going on. Take a landing party down to the surface. Assess the situation and look for survivors. Not so fast. We can't use the transporters due to atmospheric interference. You'll need to take a shuttlecraft down. Use the sensors to locate a safe landing site. Also, wir sollen jetzt nach einer Stelle suchen, auf der, falsche Seite, auf die wir mit einem Shuttle landen können, weil wir den Transporter aufgrund von Störungen in der Atmosphäre nicht benutzen können. Warum kann die Frau das eigentlich nicht machen? Die sitzt doch da. Ja, dann wollen wir mal. So, wir haben einen Ort gefunden. Did you find a suitable landing area? Excellent. I've assigned Ensign Mears to your landing party. She's been to Taurus 2.
Taurus 2 ist es, genau.
Meet up with her and the others in the shuttle bay. Don't forget to grab a phaser in the armory on your way. From what I've read in Jim Kirk's report, Taurus 2 can get a little rough.
So, wir sollen uns jetzt eine Waffe holen. Dazu benutzen wir den Aufzug, gehen aufs technische Deck.
Ensign Tarsi, reporting for duty. The captain's asked me to make sure you get back in one piece, and I intend to do just that. Let's see. M-class planet. Barely. The Taurians are big, primitive, and quick to anger. I'd keep my phaser handy if I were you. Speaking of which, if you want to follow me to the armory, we can make sure your phaser is properly calibrated.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Good shooting, Lieutenant. That should be enough. Unless you want more practice.
Siehst du aus? Bin an ihr vorbeigelaufen.
Reporting is ordered. I'm ready when you are. Though I can't say I'm happy to see Taurus 2 again.
Oh, ein Schreibfehler. Hä?
I was one of the so-called Galileo 7, a science team sent to study the Murasaki effect. Our shuttle crashed on Taurus 2. Not all of us made it back to the Enterprise alive. Thank you. You can see why I'm reluctant to return to such a place. Yes, of course you're right, Lieutenant. I am a Starfleet officer and I will perform my duties. You can count on me.
Habe ich auch nie bezweifelt. Also dann. Auf in diese wunderhübschen,
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
fetten, viereckigen Kästen. Das ist übrigens unser Schiff. Ja, es ist leider keine Constitution Class oder Konstellationsklasse.
It's just as grim as I remember it here. My skin is crawling. I can't help but feel like the creatures are out there, watching us, waiting to attack. Right. Okay. It appears the ship crashed somewhere north of here. There are 2 paths from here that lead to the crash site, and there may be survivors on both. I recommend you take Alpha Team along the northwestern path.
Okay.
Remember, your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective. To sprint, press and hold the left stick while moving.
Is that a warp nacelle? Wow. Big.
Hier ist ein ganzes Schiff abgestürzt. Das hier sieht nach einem Shuttle aus. Die Warp-Gondel eines Shuttles.
Definitely Federation tech here. What's left of a shuttlecraft's coolant assembly, according to my tricorder. There's your crashed shuttle. What's left of it anyway. Look, someone's over there. I think they're hurt.
Da wollen wir mal schnell helfen. Wow.
Interactions can be interrupted
Oh.
by movement or combat.
Lieutenant, you won't be able to get close enough to revive him while that thing's venting plasma. Those valves should shut down.
Okay, dann wollen wir mal an die hintere Konsole. Notausschaltung des Plasma. Einmal. Und Abschalten des Ventils. Ja, na, jetzt. Sieht ja ganz schön
Thank
heftig
you.
aus.
We need to move. Those things, they're out there.
Flores, look out!
Oh, einer weniger.
What do they feed these things? Never mind.
I'm Dr. Phineas Grogan, part of a research team studying the Murasaki effect. Well, I was before the ship crashed. I was looking for supplies when that thing roared. Got distracted. You're telling me we should get those supplies back to camp. Dr. Mueller.
So, da ist Dr. Muller.
Am I glad to see you? We thought we were stranded here with those monsters. Those supplies you brought will come in handy while we wait. Just put them over there for now. You know, I think there's some old phaser rifles in there. Might come in handy against those...
There are some rifles in that crate. We should show the survivors how to shoot them. I'll set up some targets while you get ready.
Einen kleinen Moment, mein Fernseher spinnt nämlich gerade. Ja, der gibt nämlich wirklich so langsam den Geist auf. Das kotzt mich an. Irgendwie gibt bei mir alles so langsam den Geist auf. Kühlschrank, PC, der Laptop, jetzt der Fernseher. Das geht auch nicht mal mehr an, das sehe ich gerade.
Und ich hänge an irgendwas fest, verdammt. So. Geh an. Meine Güte. Jung. Jung. So.
Select.
So, dann machen wir mal neue Waffe.
The targets are ready, Lieutenant. Let the survivors start shooting.
Hey.
Wow, thanks. That feels a lot better.
I get it. That gives me a lot more control.
They're right behind me.
Oh.
Heads up! The Taurians are attacking!
Da ist der Rest des Rumpfes des Schiffs. Ne, das ist das ganze Schiff sogar.
We need to get these people to safety, Lieutenant. The Taurians will be back, and in greater numbers.
Jetzt hängen hier deren Speere da im Weg.
Lieutenant, we've held them off so far because they're scared of our weapons. But I don't think that'll last much longer. We've got to fall back to the wreckage. Shut the doors! They're right behind us!
Notschalter.
Okay. Last time I was here, Commander Scott, electrified the hull of our shuttle. That drove the Taurians off when they tried to break in. Think we can pull something like that off here?
Oh, hat ja wohl geklappt.
Lieutenant, it worked. Bless you, Scotty, wherever you are. I think we owe you a very nice bottle of scotch. The Taurians ambushed us. I managed to escape, but the others, they've been taken. We've got to do something, and fast.
I was thinking, we can use our tricorders to track residual heat signatures left by the Taurians.
Dann wollen wir mal. Wir müssen unsere Leute reden.
Fällt er auch mal tot um? Hm. Oh. Und raus! Stirb, du komischer Kohlkopf. Der ist besiegt.
Lieutenant! We're over here! Help! Thanks for coming back for us, sir. We owe you one. Pretty sure those things were gonna have us for dinner.
Fascinating. The Taurians appear to be in a late Stone Age state of development.
Now isn't the best time for an anthropology lecture, Skial.
Am I seeing things? Because those guys picking through the wreckage sure look like Klingons. Just what are Klingons doing on Taurus 2? Looks like they aren't moving for questions, Lieutenant. Is that a Klingon pad? Bring it to me. I have some experience decrypting Klingon data. Huh. My little sister's diary was harder to decrypt. Sure, Klingons are good at fighting, but computers aren't their strong suit.
Captain Core, your plan has worked perfectly, sir. Many ships have fallen into our trap. We've snared a few merchant ships and a Starfleet science vessel so far. You'll be pleased to hear that we're picking up a Federation cruiser or long-range sensor.
Looks like the Klingons are using both guile and brute force here, Lieutenant. A pretty potent combination.
Gehen wir mal schnell zurück zum Schiff.
More of them show up.
Oh, das ist schon mal. Ach, da ist er. Lol. Bin ich dran. Na, steh auf. Warum schläfst du und hast nicht schon längst geschossen?
We're ready to go when you are. Hope this thing's got enough fuel to get us back to the ship. Are you ready to board the shuttle, Lieutenant?
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
We made it. Never thought I'd be so happy to see a shuttle bay. I admit I had my doubts in the beginning. Didn't think I'd hold it together down there. Every time I heard those things roar, but here I am.
Bridge to shuttle bay. Please respond. We have some uninvited guests, Lieutenant. We've been boarded. The Klingons have breached the hull on the engineering deck and blocked our access. Since I can't send security in, I need you to secure them. Start with the engineering lab. We need to bring our plasma relays back online. After that, secure the armory and main engineering.
I'm remembering an old Earth adage about leaping from frying pans into fires. Your orders, Lieutenant?
I'll cover you while you clear out the lab, Lieutenant!
Shut down our primary plasma conduits. Get them running, fast. Plasma conduits reinitialized. Auxiliary power restored. Now clear out that armor.
Watch out! More Klingons!
Wieso kommt der denn da so rausgehüpft, ey?
Great work. Secure engineering next, if you can.
We've cleared the rest of the deck, Lieutenant.
Wenn man so überlegt, der Maschinenraum hier sieht so winzig aus.
Nice work. Internal sensors showed you have secured the engineering deck. Check the power relays for the weapon systems. Looks like
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
Da.
weapon power relays are up and running. Charge all phaser banks. I need you on the bridge, Lieutenant.
Sir, incoming transmission.
Ja, ich wollte mich nicht setzen. Ich will das da.
Federation starship, this is Captain Kirk. Surrender if you must, but I'd rather you fight with honor.
Ja, ja, diese Klingonen. Immer wollen sie kämpfen und eins auf die Nase kriegen.
The Klingons will think twice before they try to board this ship again. Now take the helm. We need to get to a friendly sector.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Wollen wir mal Schiff ausrüsten. Einmal mit einer neuen Phaserbank, neuem Schild, neuer Antrieb war auch da, habe ich gesehen, Warp nicht, Konsolen, war keins dabei. Gut. Wollen wir mal das Schiff übernehmen.
Sensors are picking up Klingon power signatures in 2 nearby satellites. I'm thinking they're broadcasting the distress signals that lured in our ships.
Das ist unser Schiff.
Science report coming in now. The satellites are using a triaxilating signal. It's strong enough to cut through the interference and reach ships outside the nebula. Clever. Almost a shame we have to blow them up, isn't it?
Use your torpedo to attack enemies who are not shielded. Under attack.
Nice work. One down. One down. Looks like this one shielded them.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Use your phaser beam to reach shielded targets. Use your torpedo on an enemy when their shield is down. You must be out of combat to counter the hail. The red alert message at the top of your screen will indicate you are in combat.
Muss man nicht damit voll quatschen. Ich kenne das Spiel
Can you
auswendig.
hear us? We're under attack by Klingon raiders. Our shields are buckling. Won't last long. Thanks for the help. Thanks for everything. Good luck with the Klingons.
Lieutenant, I've made some modifications to our torpedo launcher.
Press the circle button to activate high-yield torpedoes.
Your head will decorate my fridge.
Detected on long-range sensors, sir.
Aha, Lieutenant Uhura. Was machen die denn schon wieder hier?
So, the cub comes to fight beside the wolfie. And now you will die with him as well. myself upon you and your lackey.
Thank you for your assistance.
Looks like we're done here, people.
Yeah, should have warp. Das uralte Raumdach der Erde.
Captain Garrett wants to see you in his office, Lieutenant, but he says to feel free to mingle with the other officers first. I'd take him up on that if I were you. I mean, how often do you get the chance to meet the crew of the Enterprise? The best of the best.
Ja. Ah, guck mal, da ist Pille. Hallo.
If you're going into the lion's den, you'll need a medical officer.
That was
Scotty!
some fine work back there, friend. It's not every day one walks away from a brawl with the Klingons. You look familiar, if you don't mind me saying so. Have we met before? Ah, must be my imagination then. You meet a lot of folks serving in Starfleet, to be sure. By the way, I heard you ran into the local wildlife on Taurus too. Right unfriendly devils, aren't they? I won't be forgetting those gigantic spears anytime soon. Look me up sometime. We'll have a drink and share some cavemen.
Das ist lieb. Oh. Haben wir hier? Chekhov!
We were in Starfleet Academy together.
So, Mr. Sulu.
That's your planet.
Und das ist
Lieutenant Uhura
Uhura.
of the Starship Enterprise.
It's been a pleasure working with you. I didn't enjoy going back to Taurus 2, but we got the job done thanks to you. Starfleet First Officers must be my good luck charm. Captain Garrett has requested me for a new logistics position here at ESD. Might not be as glamorous as the Final Frontier, but I've accepted. Until next time, good luck.
Tja, dann wollen wir mal. Sie wollten mich sprechen, Captain?
Thanks for coming. I have some good news to share. First off, Fleet promoted me to Admiral. I'll be working with Deep Space Command on several exploration initiatives there.
Oh, herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Our ship's going to need a new captain. I've talked it over with Command, and they agree with my recommendation. You.
Was, ich?
Congratulations, my friend. I know the ship will be in good hands once I'm away. Don't think you've gotten rid of me, though. I plan on keeping you plenty busy out there.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Danke, Spock.
Every generation, Starfleet officers hear the call of duty. Hidden dangers lurk in space, and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict. But there are many who oppose peace. If the Federation is to be saved from chaos, new officers will need to take up the task of restoring peace. Live long and prosper, Lieutenant.
I've outlined important people you should
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Spaceman. Speak with the tailor to customize your appearance. After that, speak with the ship vendor to claim a shuttlecraft.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Brauchen wir keine neuen Kleidung. Die möchte ich so behalten erstmal. Ist das dein Ernst? Die heißt echt USS Stuttgart. Ist ja widerlich. Schlag in die Fresse gibt's von mir.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass as well as your mini-map.
Admiral?
I know that being a starship captain is a big responsibility, but I believe you're up to the task. If you feel that your ship is ready for its next mission, stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Ever hear of Hedron 4? Jim Kirk got into a tussle with a Gorn there and barely lived to tell the tale. Both the Gorn and the Federation have teams there now. I'd like you to back our people up in case the Gorn stay safe out there.
Alles klasse.
Reaching each milestone will unlock additional bonuses or bridge officer training.
Kann man alles gebrauchen. Energiewaffen. Schaden für Energiewaffen. Das hört sich gut an. So. Dann haben wir da schon mal was. Keine neuen Waffen. Kein neuer Deflektor. Kein neuer Warpkern. Keine Konsolen. Okay. Irgendwelche anderen Sachen? Schild. Körperpanzer auch nicht. Phaser aber. Ah, hast eine bessere Waffe. Ah ne, so ging das. Ah. Boah, ich habe schon lange nicht mehr gespielt. Zum Schiff zurückkehren, da ist es. Boah. Engage. Puh.
You are now in Sector Space. Sector Space is the main overworld map of Star Trek Online. From here, you can travel to different planets and systems. Sector Space is a no-combat zone.
Okay. Ich bin immer so Riesenschiffe gewöhnt. Ich flieg auf meinem Romulaner ein Hakona, ja?
Going to take a little getting used to.
I can imagine. You'll be working with me in security, so if you need anything, just ask.
Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it.
Hey, don't mention it. Us red shirts stick together, right?
Right. You can count on me, Chief.
Sie sagt Rothemden, hat aber ein goldenes an. Guck mal, hier ist sogar die neutrale Zone als Linie einfach nur mal hier so drin. Ja, das, was offen ist im 23. Jahrhundert, ist echt richtig klein. Wenn man dann überlegt, gut, da wurde auch nie wirklich viel erforscht und so, ne? Romulus ist nicht hier drauf und noch so einige andere nicht. Hier ist sogar Kronos nicht drauf, obwohl in dem Zeitalter ja Kronos schon längst entdeckt ist. Da ja Captain Jonathan Archer, der davor ja schon war, schon Kronos besucht hatte. Ich vermisse die Geschwindigkeit von meinem Raumschiff mit Warp. Moment, was fliegt das? 21? Nee, ja doch, irgendwie so.
Welcome to Edron 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Jahrhundert. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently, this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to...
Transporter room to bridge.
Der Vorreiter der Olympic Class. Dann gehen wir mal in Umlaufbahn und fangen den Scan an.
During missions, you can select.
There you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavra, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming, even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a
My tricorder's showing some interesting mineral formations beyond this ridge.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The mineral deposits here are remarkably pure. This carbon deposit is unusually pure. Apparently, the Metrons don't prepare half-rate planets. Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed. My readings indicate there might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure. The variety of minerals in the topsoil alone is astounding. Either my tricorder is broken, or the soil here has an amazingly high concentration of sulfur. Mortar fire! We'd better head back to... Whoa! The mortars have closed off the pass! We can't reach the camp! Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
Die Gorn, die sahen in Star Trek TOS so beknackt aus. Autsch.
Over there. There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley.
Na klar. Funktioniert mal wieder hier nix. Ans Schießen. Ah, jetzt. Meine Fresse. Manchmal ist das Ding echt so gut.
We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation ingenuity, we can topple this rock with a makeshift bomb. Once it's down...
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty.
Behind us!
Kleinen Moment, ich muss mal... Natürlich haben wir hier keine Taschentücher. Scheiße. Taschen... Nase putzen. Kleinen Moment, geht sofort weiter. Oh, der war gut getarnt da drin. Oh, wo ist das letzte Stück Bambus, was ich brauche? Habe ich das irgendwie da übersehen? Ja, habe ich. Da hinten ist es.
Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you. Well, at least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us! Crush that coal up good, Hunter. Not like that. Finer. Careful with that. Potassium nitrate can react explosively with these materials. Now mix it with the coal. Carefully. I'd rather not get blown to pieces today, if you don't mind. We're just about done. Done! Now let's get these bombs in place.
The bombs are primed to blow. We should move to a safe distance.
Ja, eine große Explosion war es jetzt nicht, aber es hat gereicht, den Felsen komplett runterzuholen, ohne ihn zu zerstören.
Looks like some Gorn came through here. We better hurry.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a...
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people. We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online. We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. They're coming back! Thanks for covering us. The Gorn's slow but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress. Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings. Sending it now. I'd start with the debris of the Gorn.
Of the Shanghai were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design. But our scaly friends know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them. Not with the data we have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby. Picking up debris from the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back, weapons hot. Orders?
It's the same ship as before. Doesn't look like they're back at full strength, though.
We thought we could share this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked
I see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Most convenient, Captain. But I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you...
Captain, I've got an idea. If we can generate...
You're quite the clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. You're dead.
Well fought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a...
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon. But we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager.
Ja, da waren die Romulaner am Werk.
Good to hear from you. I've read Captain McKinnon's report. Sounds like things got a little rough on Edrin 4. Still, the diplomatic corps thinks your actions will make a difference in future talks with the Gorn. Well done. Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while. It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed.
So. Einen Punkt. Machen wir noch mal ein bisschen auf Bewaffnen.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! Ah! The station came from the station!
Heieiei. Was geht denn da ab? Na gut, ich weiß es, aber ihr ja noch nicht, deswegen.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine neuroparasites, a life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Denova Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected, to men. And while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status. Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned. They are a life form that propagates by infiltrating the nervous system of a host creature. Through this neural link, they can compel their host to obey their bidding. They can also inflict extreme pain upon the host at will. According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neuroparasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance. I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Ich habe ja einen Zweier. Dass da kein anständiger Schild bei war. Okay, so.
able to gain useful knowledge by scanning one of the infected.
Ist auch gut, ne? Vorher hieß er Hunter, jetzt heißt er Jäger. Was denn jetzt?
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings,
Ihr davon gehört, dass man eine Frau nicht schlägt? Ja, falsche Richtung. So. Vor mir. Was geht mit dir?
the auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The bioscience. Someone must have raised the security field to cut off the auxiliary engineering section from the rest of this deck.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty bugs out properly.
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go,
equip a pit to gain new ground combat abilities.
aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here. That one was easy. Just a few more to go. All right, there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them,
Ja, was läufst du Depp hier auch da hin, du Pfeifenkopf, du?
Remember, the parasites like the dark. We devils that they are. I'll have this fixed up straight away. That takes care of that. No trouble at all.
Hallo, was schießt du die ganze Zeit rum? Kannst du mal aufhören? Lol, wo kommt das Vieh denn auf einmal her? Oh, nicht da lang.
This one just needs to...
Oh. Jetzt habe ich so eins abgekriegt. Einfach aus dem Nichts gekommen. Cool.
There we are. Good as new.
Er kennt ja auch gar nichts auf der Map, ne? Da unten hin.
Our odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
Now this may be a bit tricky. Just a wee bit longer. There we are. It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV light.
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
They're dying. All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
We need to talk. Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again. It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
Seine Augen wieder guckt so.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash.
This is Captain Serralto, the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Jordan. You parasites.
Something's wrong. We're not doing any damage.
The Ptolemy has been destroyed. They have some kind of temporal shielding.
Temporal shielding? Never heard of it. But maybe a modular ion was constructed. Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. Aye, we do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride. Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that. Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites. Time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime...
Okay, engage. Ja.
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire space station, just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly? And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there. Starfleet Command won't be pleased with the loss of K-13. Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
We have a problem at Babel. Corridon rebels have taken several Federation trade officials hostage, and they're threatening to kill them unless the UFP withdraws from the Corridon sector. I'd like you to work with the negotiation team and try to resolve this peacefully.
Captain, I need to speak with you in my quarters. I think it's time... There's more to this mission than you realize, Captain. Something's not right. I'll explain shortly.
Okay, Daniels. Bin mal auf deine Erklärungen gespannt. Ich kenne sie natürlich. Aber ihr ja nicht.
All right. I appreciate your patience. I'm what's known as a temporal agent. It's my job to preserve the timeline. You helped me stop one temporal incursion at K-13. There's been another at Babel, and I could use your help with it. Welcome to the Temporal Ready Room. I use it to monitor the timeline. The Nakul have sent agents to a critical point in time. We believe they disrupted the Babel Conference in 2268 aboard the USS Enterprise. I want to send you back there to stop them. You'll be sent back to a point shortly before the conference begins. I'm sending one of our best temporal agents along. I believe you've met.
Nice to see you again. It's been some time. For me, at least. For you, I see hardly any time has passed at all. It must be strange to see me looking... older.
Once you're on Enterprise, deal with the Nakul and make sure the conference proceeds as planned. You'll have a temporal transponder. which will allow me to communicate with you and bring you back.
Das ist ja
You'll
Mr.
also have
Sulu.
these bioscanners. They're short range, but will detect Nakul agents nicely.
Do the job right, and no one will know we were there.
Thank you for coming, Captain. The situation at Babel shouldn't be happening. Something in the past has changed.
Let's begin by using Enterprise's sensors to look for signs of our time-traveling friends. The computer won't have any details on the Nakul, so you'll need to recalibrate the sensor. Oh, and one more item to be aware of. Ensign Pavel Chekhov is currently on duty on the bridge, which is why I will be remaining here out of sight. As much as I would like to visit the bridge again, two of me in the same place would raise... Let's get to work. I will check with you again after you are done on the bridge. I haven't worn this uniform for some time. It's a little... snug.
Dass keiner checkt, dass hier eine Unbekannte auf einmal hier ist.
Nice work. I'm getting some readings from Deck 11, but I can't pinpoint them. Some sort of interference. We'll need to get close.
Vulcan, I would speak to you.
Does seem unavoidable.
How do you vote on the Corridon emission?
Is there something I can help you with? Oh, should I be concerned? It was my understanding that the transporter filters out biohazards. Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Looks like they're on the move. But I'm still getting a lot of false readings on the sensors. Let's keep checking the deck. Like the old Russian saying goes. Being here takes me back. It was quite a different time for Starfleet. Head back toward the reception. Head toward the observation deck. turn toward the engineering circuits, away from the turbo lift. There he is. Wait, that's Ambassador Gao.
Enemy target.
Doof, wenn man die eigenen Leute ins Lock kriegt.
Captain's wound is serious. He'll bleed out if we don't help him. Good. It looks like the captain is stabilized. We need to move.
Someone set a bomb in here. I cannot refuse and keep the mains online at the same time. Wait. Chekhov. Is that you? You look older than me, laddie. And you. The last time I saw you was on Tarzana Station. Something was dodgy then. And it's more than a wee bit dodgy now.
It's complicated, Scotty. We've been sent back in time to keep the Enterprise from being destroyed. Aliens are trying to alter the future of the...
All right, lad. You can start by helping me keep this ship from going to pieces. And get rid of that bloody bomb, if you can. Divert power to the number 2 shield. Not that one.
Ja. Okay, dann sag
Divert
noch
power
mal.
to the number 6 shield.
Erstmal Schild. Moment. Ah. Hallo?
Not that one.
Hä? Hast doch Schild gesagt, du Penner.
Divert power to the number 2 shield.
Ah, okay, so. Schild 2. Okay, ich hab nichts gesagt.
Good work. Now check on that bomb. Work on that bomb. See if you can diffuse auxiliary power to engines. Good work. Now check on that bomb. Repair teams to deck 19.
Hin und her und her und hin und wieder Bombe.
The captain's ordering me to cut the power? I see what he's about. That got him.
We can't disarm this bomb, but we need to get to that Orion ship anyway. We can take it with us.
Why not just beam it into space?
We can't let that ship be captured. It has dangerous technology on it. Scotty, I need you to trust me. That ship needs to be destroyed. You can't tell anyone what happened here. It could damage the timeline irreparably. Besides, I'm captain now, so I technically outrank you.
All right, lad. I'll take you at your word. Once you're ready, I'll send you and that bomb over.
So, was sehen? Hallo, Flottenadmiral. Wieso, warum bin ich schon Level 10? Hä? Wie jetzt? Das verstehe ich nicht so ganz.
Energizing. Well, what's this?
Du meinst wohl eher erst.
The Orions will lock down their ship. We need to override their security systems.
Alles meins. Ich jage dieses Schiff in die Luft. Nö. Ich habe es damals, als es noch ein Bezahlspiel war, gespielt, habe es danach gespielt, also auf dem PC hauptsächlich, und habe jetzt halt hatte dann, als ich im November mir den PSN Store ein bisschen angeschaut habe, habe ich dann erst rausgefunden, dass es für PS4 das Spiel gibt, und habe das auf der PS4 angefangen. Hier habe ich ja, ein 60er, zwei über Level 50, fast 60 oder sogar 2 60er, bin ich mir jetzt gar nicht so ganz sicher. Also ich kenne das Spiel eigentlich schon in- und auswendig. Ups, zu spät. Komm, dann gib du erstmal den Löffel ab, Mister. Ich trage nur einen Latz um den Juteteil. Komm, schmeiß die Bombe.
I'm going to try to attach the bomb to the Orion ship's engine controls. I'll need you to cover me. See if you can hold them at the doorway so...
Boom! Ja, ich bin ja Romulaner, deswegen habe ich diese Schiffe nicht. Also ich habe zwar auch Sternflottenoffiziere, aber ich bin eher der Fan von den Romulanern. Ich finde die Romulaner cool.
That was close. I'm glad I got you out of there in time. You're both valuable agents. Of course, no one will know what you've done today, with the exception of Commander Scott. That being said, this won't be the strangest thing he'll see in his career. Not by a long shot. Indeed. Comes with the job, I'm afraid. In the meantime, I can send you and Captain Chekhov back to your...
That was quite an adventure. I think you have the makings of a fine temporal agent, my friend. As good as it was to see Enterprise again, I have other duties to attend to. We're preparing for a very serious... Ah, but you don't need to worry about that now. Enjoy your time on the frontier of yesteryear. A time that we'll never...
lot could have gone wrong today. We could have lost critical figures in history. Sarek of Vulcan, James Kirk, and the crew of the Enterprise. The list is long. However, the timeline was preserved, thanks to you and Captain Chekhov. The Babel Conference proceeds as planned, and Korridan is admitted to the Federation. Well done. I'll continue to monitor the timeline for incursions. I hope I can count on you again when the time comes for action.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Things are heating up with the Tholians. Monitor stations are detecting large fleet movements toward Federation space, and they're refusing all of our diplomatic hails. We're doing all we can to prevent a war, but it's not looking good. Stay safe.
The Federation shouldn't be having significant issues with the Tholians at this point in time. I've been scanning the timeline, and I think I've found the problem. 2 years ago, a Tholian colonial fleet was destroyed. The Tholians blamed the... I've pinpointed the incident in question, setting temporal transponder back 2 years. We need to correct the timeline during the Defiance encounter with the Tholians.
Ja, so. Ja, den Dreadnought würde ich mir ja auch irgendwann mal holen. Also irgendwann mal, wenn mein Geld ja mal wieder bessere Zahlen schreibt. Also mein Kontostand. Ganz kleinen Moment, ich muss gerade ein wichtiges Telefonat führen.
In 2268, and not a moment too soon. The Nakul are clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem. We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation.
Good to see you. We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system, and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out a warrant. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
This was a Tholian colony.
See if you can take a little pressure. Firm up our shields.
Alert for coordination attempt.
The aliens have disabled the Tholian flagship. She's in trouble.
Ja, nur, wo kommst du denn noch her? Oh, das wird jetzt hart. Autsch, was für ein Gegner. Reicht mir. Ihr mit euren hypermodernen Schiffen und ich muss mit dem komischen alten Ripper hier durch die Gegend gurken. Lol. Was war das jetzt? Ein Schuss tot war der. Lol. Wo kam der überhaupt her so plötzlich? Geil. Volle Breitseite. Voll ins Gemetzel. Direkt erstmal mehrere anlocken. Der nervt, ihr komischen Scheiße. Voll in der Explosion stehen kann, die Frauen. Meine Schilder runter zu ballern dauert schon ewig.
Idea what's going on here. There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter. All right, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
I know it doesn't feel...
Yeah. So, kleinen Moment.
I found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating on a galactic scale.
Ach Quatsch, so. Die sehen ja richtig sexy aus. Achso, Moment. Einschalten, ne? Moment, wie ging das? Ne, falscher Knopf. Einschalten, einschalten.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs. I'm detecting numerous life signs. And more are on the way. Reinforcements are on their way to your position. Stay alert.
Abschaum. Wie könnt ihr die Tholianer einfach töten wollen? Ich meine, gut, in der Zukunft werden sie sowieso arschig sein, aber das habt zum Großteil ihr zu schulden, oder? Ach, da sind noch welche. Ah. Und dann schon die ganze Zeit, warum geht ihr nicht? Geht's nicht weiter?
The power levels on the flagship just spiked. Enemy doing something wrong. I doubt the Tholians are to blame.
Ja, du brauchst mir das nicht zweimal sagen. Einmal reicht.
Energy readings on the flagship are returning to normal. Whatever you did worked. We've stopped the ship from detonating, but they're not cool. They killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings were included.
Also diesmal halte ich besser durch als beim letzten Mal. Also auf dem PC, da muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen, bin ich hier die ganze Zeit abgekackt. Bin auch noch da, Jungs. Bam! Hau ihn weg, ey. Alle tot, alle tot. Ey, sogar meiner ist tot. Ah ne, da nicht. Ja, ja. Hey, nicht abhauen.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't let...
Continue to fight Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters. If you speak truly, you will not betray us.
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
Okay, let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where do those alien ships come from? And I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still heading our way. Let's focus on that. Here they come.
Federation. You have proven you are different. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters, and our crew will pay.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... Yes! The timeline is correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... The Queen is going... That this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to. I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe. The Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation. For the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony.
Tja.
Captain Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the same. Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it...
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Mal schauen. Das kann weg, das kann weg. Das. This. Zack, zack, zack. Technik weg. So, jetzt müssen wir nochmal... So. Jetzt habe ich irgendwie was Falsches weggetan. So. noch weg. Noch brauche ich die Dinger nicht. Zack. 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 Weg alles damit. Ach, Moment. Punkte verteilen.
Your active traits are listed on the left. Detailed information about each trait is available on the right. You can change active traits by selecting the trait slot you wish to modify.
Zielgenauigkeit. Das ist wichtig.
We have a situation in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to stay safe out there.
This is a pivotal moment in Federation history. The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow. Change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux. If they show up, we'll need to deal with them, no matter what.
Sorry. Ich liebe diese Dinger, ne? Aber die Dosen sind echt immer blöd aufzumachen. Ich hab hier, wie heißen die? Moment. Haribo Anaconda Riesenschlangen. Die sind so lecker. Echo des Lichts, Zeitagent. Aha. Aha.
All hands, this is Admiral Garrett aboard the USS Yorktown. I'm the commanding officer of this task force. Our long-range sensor platforms have detected a Klingon battle fleet massing near this system. At the moment, they're attacking our subspace relay network in order to disrupt communications and long-range surveillance in this sector. We have the Klingons outnumbered at this time. Should they abandon reason and follow a standard attack doctrine, fire to disable their ships if possible. A strong show of force should send them back to their side of the line. All ships go to yellow alert. Garrett out.
Warning. Ship is under
Was geht denn mit dem Schiff ab? Voll den J-Turn hingelegt, ey. Das sah jetzt cool aus.
Execute battle plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute
Klingons can be gracious in victory. Though, should you
things we've seen at previous Naru incursions. Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter and beam you over, past their shields. Once on board, free the ship and neutralize the anomaly if you can. Hurry.
Ja, wir haben mal eben solche großen Sprengsätze mitgeschleppt. Okay, der liegt nur da blöd rum.
You need to finish them now. All of them. You don't understand how dangerous they are.
I don't need to do anything. Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Core. Deal with this. Don't fail.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you. Pity. So you're the Federation globflies who found their way onto my ship. A bold maneuver, to be sure. Bold or not, you remain insects. And in that way, we are alike. For we both are here to help ourselves. Today, I will take what I... valiant effort, little fly. But it is over! Glorious! Long shall I remember this day. Run while you can, Starfleet. You won't get far.
Eieieiei. Das war zu viel Feinfeuer. Na komm, spawn mal schneller hier. Ja, super. Das kann ein Fehlschlag werden, nur weil ich nicht nah genug rankomme, ey. Ja komm, geht's ein bisschen schneller hier. Braucht vollen Schub.
At least one Starfleet officer has the courage to die well. Tomedun Bomedun.
I'm afraid you're dead. Your ship was destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech. But your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it. Believe me when I say it's better than the alternative.
Das wird mir jetzt alles eingebläut. Bam, 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 bam. Voll ins Gehirn.
Welcome to Earth Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said...
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Was zum...
I've been in regular contact with the Lucari, and they've recently unveiled a new starship designed for space exploration.
Tja, und damit sind wir im 25. Jahrhundert wieder zurück. Oder angekommen. Das Spiel spielt ja eigentlich in diesem Jahrhundert. Nachdem wir ja aus der Vergangenheit hierhin geholt wurden. Aha. Eigentlich sind wir ja ein taktischer Offizier und müssten eigentlich das Schiff nehmen, aber ich nehme jetzt erstmal Bug 2, 2, 3, 1. Da wir keine Bewaffnung und so alles haben, mache ich das erstmal so. Schau dich kaputt. Schiff modifizieren. Shuttle wollte ich nicht anpassen. Das kann ich nicht anpassen. Das Raumschiff. Oh, muss das Schiff noch wechseln? Gut zu wissen. Nein, 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 nein. So. So, und... So. 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 Okay. Zack. Zack und zack. Jetzt haben wir es mal hier erledigt. Frau ist schon wieder kaputt. Raumschiff anpassen. Hülle Nova. Untertassensektion. Nämlich Aurora. Pfeiler. Von der Quasar und der Warp-Gondeln bleiben. Dann und dann noch eine schöne Farbe. Ja, so nehmen wir das. Innenraum. Nehmen wir erstmal den ursprünglichen. So sieht jetzt unser Schiff aus. Zack. So, ja, hoppala. Damit endet jetzt erstmal hier die Aufnahme. Wir sind fast Level 15. Und ja, ich danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Eventuell wird gleich dann ein Final Fantasy 14 Stream starten, falls die Server wieder online sind. Ansonsten bis demnächst. Ciao, ciao.